Pleur is an evil man. How could a man like that have a family or loved ones? I bet he sits in a cave and dreams of ways to cause pain. Probably in a coffin or in a grave. The village is no longer ours. Paul's men have moved in and taken over all that is sacred. They are defilers. When they die, a new layer of hell will open up, just for them.
Hey, Ajay!
There's no mystery about why Ishwari left Mohan all those years ago. Everyone acts like he was this great, wonderful man. He wasn't. Everything had to be his way. That's fine for a rebel force, but poison for a marriage. Nothing was more important to him than ousting Pagan. Nothing. All in all, he was just an elephant's ass. If I were married to a man like that, I would have left too. I don't know how much longer I can live here. Kyrat is my home, but Pleur's turned it into a prison. People can't say what they want. They're afraid to leave their houses. Everyone I know has had a loved one taken hostage at some point. This is no way to live. Sometimes things are just too big for you to change. Sometimes it's best just to go your own way. Did you know? The factory is producing heroin instead of tea now. I know it sounds odd, considering the state of Kyrat. People are getting kidnapped left and right, only to be tortured and killed later. But somehow it's the factory that disturbs me most. From tea to heroin. Has anyone warned you about Shasta? Well, it's not really Shasta you need to be wary of. It's Shasta's monkeys. There's about 6 of them, all named after some kind of political something or other. Stalin, Lenin, Mao. Shasta's always screaming at the one called Mao. Anyway, yeah, just watch your pockets. They like to steal things. Shasta says they're pets, but monkeys. And monkeys will be monkeys.
Despite all the pain and suffering the royal army is inflicting on our village, at least the statues of the goddess still look down on us. But I wonder sometimes, what good is living under the gaze of the goddess if our help doesn't extend to the valley below? I shouldn't doubt. Our faith is strong. Kyra will intervene when and if she needs to. Until then, I guess we just bear this burden the best we can. Pagan Min is a liar. But we all knew that the moment he betrayed the royalists and murdered the heir to the throne. That's how he became king. By lying and murder and violence. He's not royalty. He's just a pathetic man with a gun. What's the phrase? Give with one hand and take with the other. That's Min. But one day, soon he'll have to answer for his crimes. Pleur's not even from here. He's an American. He still has a home in America. A family. Why are the most wretched people always married with kids? I don't know what he wants with our country, with our people. All he does is steal and torture and kill that sick, spoiled banchod. The week or so when he flies back to America, that's when we get a rest. But the night before Pleur leaves, he throws a party. That's the worst. We wouldn't be in this mess if it weren't for Ishwari. That whore. She was the great Mohan Ghale's wife, but she betrayed him to Min. She was in bed with Min the whole time, and when Mohan found out, she took his child and fled. It's not just a rumor. That's what happened. And that's why Kyrat is in the state that it is, all because of one woman. It's all her fault. I hate the royal army. Bunch of fucking pigs. Mother chod. The things they do. Why, if I told you half of what the royal army's done here, you wouldn't believe me. They're cruel and vile and guilty of the grossest abuses of power. Calling them pigs is too kind.
My grandfather goes about as if there isn't a war on. He gets up with the sun, says his prayers, and then he goes to the shop to buy a piece of fruit. Mark my words. Kyrat will be reborn after the war. And we'll start complaining about all the Australians throwing up on Chortens. Or worse, Canadians. There are worse things than war. I know it's hard to see it right now, but Banashur has a plan. Pagan is just fascinated with Pleur's loud American antics. It's scary because of how brutal Pleur is. He is truly horrible, but Pagan just finds it funny, entertaining even. Pleur's become Pagan's favorite. I bet they even have cute little nicknames for each other. I pray every night for the chance to hurt Pleur in the way he's hurt us. For every wound he's made on our bodies, the same should be made on his, until all the flesh is cut away and vengeance is written in his bones. If the gods don't grant my wish, I know the devils will. The Pleur has turned all our old tea farms into poppy fields. Seeing all those flowers, I get so angry. It's because I know they are not just flowers. They're opium. Opium the Pleur ships up north to Noor. It's the beautiful things that can be the ugliest. You know, the propaganda is starting to have the opposite effect. When I look at the posters, I know the opposite is true. And being reminded of that every day, I'm encouraged to keep fighting. I wonder how I'd feel if all the propaganda went away. Things would be less clear-cut.
Ishwari betrayed Mohan because she was in love with Pagan men. It's not an easy truth to digest, but that's the way it was. Anyone fighting for the freedom of their people will be called a terrorist by whoever doesn't want to give up their power. It's an old trick. When you kill Pagan, make sure you do it with an elephant. That is symbolic of Kyrat and would be very fitting. It's strange when you think that Pagan could be doing all this because Ishwari broke his heart. All this death and destruction because of her. I should go to the shop and get myself a machine gun for hunting. I have not been to the temple in months. I'm afraid it's going to be blown up with me inside. When someone's taken hostage, they don't always come back, you understand? I hate the Royal Army. I can assure you that. They are not going to get away with this for long. It's called the City of Pain, but it is a vacation for Paul. Our pain is his pleasure. Paul is like a cowboy. He's loud and American. He's Pagan's favorite, I can tell you. I went for a walk by the statues of Kyra the other day, and they were so peaceful. I felt protected for the moment. I don't understand what good interrogation does if you don't believe what the prisoner says. Paul is a demon, and here in Kyrat, where we are peaceful and kind people, well, he's like a wolf in the sheep's pen. When Paul is having one of his parties in the City of Pain, the screaming doesn't stop. Screaming and moaning. It's horrible. There is no warning or logic to his actions. Paul's men can come in and kidnap anyone at any time. Everyone is a target.